welcome to today's session. So today we've got a full body workout using kettlebells. I've only got 2 kettlebells which are 6 kg each, so we're going to work around those 2 kettlebells. Yeah, so if you've got heavier kettlebells, then go for using heavier weights, but today we're only using 6 kg. Okay, so for those of you who don't know me, my name is Josie. I'm a lifestyle and fitness coach in London, based in London. Currently, I just do a lot of online sessions. So if you want to hire a coach, you want a PT, then please visit my my website. My link is in my bio, and we can go from there. Okay, so I come with these sessions every Monday at 1:15. Yeah, so 30 minutes with me. You might go a bit over the time, but we'll see. We'll try and keep it as close as. Okay, so if you don't get to do it now with me, try and do it later, because I repost it on my main feed, yeah, on my main Instagram, so on my IG, so it will be there for you to do later. Okay, for now, if you're just gonna watch, then please make sure you keep a note of everything that I'm saying, so when you get it to do later, you can do it with correct form. Okay, people, so without further ado, let me just run you through what we're gonna do today. Yeah, kind of. We're gonna do a warm-up, and then we're gonna do about 8 to 10 movements using the kettlebell, and then we're also going to do a cool down at the end of a session. So we're going to start with a warm up, and then as for the our workout, what I'm going to do is I will explain each movement as we go, yeah, rather than me run you through everything. Now you might forget, think, oh, what did she say to do that one? We remember, we want to make sure we maintain it correct form. Yeah, okay, so bear with me, there might be a lot of noise in the background. It's because it's chucking it down outside. It's raining really heavy outside, and there's thunderstorm as well, so bear with me, people. Okay, so now we're just gonna go into a warm-up, and then we're gonna go into a workout. Yeah, and as for the workout, we're gonna be doing about 10 to 20 reps per movement. Okay, just try and keep it within the time allocation. So if you can do more later on when you're doing the workout, go through it 2, 3, 4 times, depending on what time you've got. Yeah? Okay, people, so let's do the warm-up here. So we got back kicks, and then we're just gonna do warm up through the chest and back here. Yeah, so do some planks. So back kicks here, kicking back, and then just working through the upper body here, or warming up the upper body at the top. Okay. It's raining so much. Normally I'm complaining about the heat. Well, it ain't hot today. It's crazy rain coming down, so it's nice and cool. Okay. All right, so next thing we're gonna go into here. We squat nice and low if you can. Yeah, knees out, pushing your knees out, and then we're gonna reach up here. We're just warming up. Yeah, so remember what I said about warming up. If you can warm up earlier, before a session, say 10 minutes before a session, you start your warm up, will be good. Okay, so you're nice and warmed up when we're getting ready to go. I tend to do the same. So I tend to do my warm up before I go live, yeah, just because I want to do a bit longer. But here we're just running through a few that you can do when you're doing it. Okay, so now we're gonna go into just extending our hips back here. Yeah, so stretching through your hamstrings, but also stretching through the back here. Okay, so we go back here. Sorry. Okay, make sure you're extending those hips back, so you're stretching through those hamstrings. So here we go. So Stretch through the hamstrings. Okay, let's do 5 more. 4, 3, 2 more, 1 more. Yeah, perfect. Okay, so from there we're just gonna go into nice and wide lateral lunges. So we're gonna just touch here and then touch the other side. Okay, touching your toes or your foot. Okay, switch your weight. Make sure you're pushing your hips back as you're switching that weight into the sides. Let's do 2 more. 1 more. Nice. Okay, so we're just going to do a bit of rotations here, yeah, through your hips, through your top body basically, yeah. So just here. Okay, this is the last one, and then we start with a workout. Making sure you're keeping your water nice and near you so you stay hydrated right through. Okay, so now we're gonna go into a workout. So I'm just gonna explain, like I said, each movement as we go, yeah? So our first movement for today is gonna be, like I said before again, we're using kettlebells, just in case you just come in. We're using kettlebells. I've only got a set of 6 kg kettlebells, yeah? So you can go heavier if you go heavier kettlebells, but I'm just working with what we've got, and that's what we're doing, yeah? It's to educate you guys on movements that you can do with equipment you might have lying around in your house, okay? Or if you've started going to the gym. Okay, so we've got kettlebell, row, and front squat, yeah? So 2 elements here. Okay, so here are my kettlebell. Okay, so back row is when I'm gonna make sure we're here, back nice and straight, people, neutral spine, chest slightly parallel to the floor. Here we're gonna go into a back row, yeah? Making sure when you're doing the back row, you're not tensing through your neck, yeah? Try and keep your head nice and down, looking down, so you've got that neutral spine, yeah? From the top of your head going down, everything is nice and neutral. So we go again. Okay, so here we're gonna do a back row, okay? And then from the back row, we're gonna bring it to here, okay? And then from there, we're gonna do a front squat, okay? So let's try and do 10 to 20 reps of that, yeah? Remember today, we're doing 10 to 20 reps of each movement. Okay, so let's do it. Let's go. Sorry. I'm just confusing myself. So here we go. Squat. Make sure you're really working through your back as you do the back row. Let's just do 2 more. Keep your core engaged. Make sure you're not hurting your lower back here as you lean down. Okay, so that's our first one. Yeah, so we're just gonna little break, and then we're gonna do a kettlebell swing. Yeah, so a high kettlebell swing. So another thing I forgot to mention at the beginning is that after each of these movements, after every other movement, we've got a kettlebell swing. Yeah, so we got a kettlebell swing now, and we're going to go into another movement that works your biceps, works for your legs as well. Then we go back into another kettlebell swing. So we got quite a few, about 4 kettlebell swings. Yeah, okay, so now we're going to go into kettlebell swings like I said, and this one we're doing is a high one. Yeah, so we want to make sure all the action is coming through, powering through the hips. We're not sitting into it because we're not doing a low kettlebell swing, we're doing a high kettlebell swing, so we're staying up here. Okay, all right, so we're gonna go for that. I'm gonna just do about 10 reps. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna use 2 kettlebells. You can use just 1. Yeah, okay, so we're gonna go now. Okay, so I'm just gonna talk about correct technique. Yeah, so what you want to make sure is that, obviously, like I said at the beginning, you're powering through your hips. Yeah, your arms are just holding on to the weight, they're not doing any work. Yeah, they're just there to hold the weight. So the thing you want to make sure you do with your arms is you lock your wrist. Yeah, so we're not doing that as we lifting that kettlebell up nice and locked. We don't want to injure your wrist, so keep your wrist locked. Get a good grip before you go, people. I've seen someone doing a kettlebell swing, kettlebell flies out of their hand, and it was scary because it almost landed on someone's head. Can you imagine? So get a good grip, lock your wrist, arms are just holding on. Yeah, action is coming through your hips. We're not sitting into it because it's not a low one. So we're nice. So I'm just going to take 1 kettlebell here. So we're here, just tilting our hips back. Yeah, so into like a shallow squat. And then from there, we're just going to power through the hips. Power, extend the hips. But we don't want to hyperextend. We don't want none of that. Yeah, want to make sure we're keeping that nice straight line at the top, squeezing the glutes as we come up. Power, squeeze glutes. Yeah, there. So that's what we want to be doing when we're doing a kettlebell swing. Yeah, next one we're going to do is going to be another workout. Like I said, we're going to go now into a kneeling, into squat hold, and then bicep curl. Yeah, so we're going to do about 10 to 20 reps. We'll see how we get on. Yeah, so you're going from a kneeling position, making sure you're using both sides to come up. Yeah, you can alternate by going this, coming up with this side, coming up with that side, coming up with this side. I'll explain. So kneeling, this is where you're starting from. You got your kettlebell in front of you. Okay, so from there you're going to then come up into here. Keep it low. And you see I'm not lifting my hips up, I'm keeping it low because I want to hold that position when I come up into this side. Then I want to grab my kettlebell and I want to bring it into a bicep curl, and I want to put it back down again, and I go back into kneeling again. This time I'll come up with the other side again. So we're just alternating. If you don't want to alternate, you could do 5 on each side. Come up with that side 5 times, and then come up with that side for another 5 times. Okay, so we're gonna go into this one now, people. So let's get ready to go. Keep your core nice and engaged. Keep your spine nice and neutral. So that way, when you get into that squat hold, you're not hurting your lower back or anything. Everything is just nice and neutral. We're keeping correct form. Yeah. Okay, let's get going. Enough of the talking. Okay, so we're here. Okay. Down. Okay, let's do 4 more. Two more. One more. Ha. So, okay, so what I wasn't doing there is, just gonna have a drink of water, bear with me. Okay, what I wasn't doing there is when I was coming up from a kneeling position, I wasn't bringing my hips up. I was staying into that squat position. So some people come up from a correct form is how I was doing it. A wrong way of doing it will be, I'll do it from the side. When you come up, you're lifting. You see, I'm not into that shallow squat anymore. I'm leaning forward. Yeah. So, want to make sure, even if you're just doing it without the weight, just coming up into that squat, you want to hold that squat back down. Hold that squat. Stay low. Hold the squat. Okay. You're gonna feel quads burn. Feel your legs are just like shaking, but it's better we keep correct form. We do 5 good ones. I normally say this to my clients. I would rather you give me 5 good reps than 20 not so good reps or bad reps. Because that, number 1, you might just injure yourself. Number 2, you're just expending or wasting your energy for nothing really. Just sweating buckets and not really targeting anything because you're doing with incorrect form. So remember, work on your form. Okay. Now, we're going to go into a low swing, yeah? Low swing. So this time, we stay into a squat position here. We're going to swing from here. So, I'm sweating buckets. Bear with me, people. Let me just grab a towel. Okay, so, the one thing with that, I'll just come from the kneeling ones. Now I'm going to this one. Legs are going to kill. Yeah? So let's just do about 10 reps here. I'm just going to use 1 kettlebell this time. Okay, so we sit into that low squat. Then from here, 10. Let's do 5 more. 4, 3, 2, 1 more. Okay, so that's your low kettlebell swings, yeah? So with this one, it's more through your arms, yeah? Through your shoulders more. There's no action going on through your hips because your hips are not doing the powering, yeah? So it's different from your high kettlebell swings. So here, a lot of action is coming through your shoulders, through your arms. Yeah, so you're gonna feel it more through there. Okay, so just gonna take a little break. Okay, imagine it's so nice and cool at the moment, and still sweating buckets, but it's fine. It's because we're working out. Hey, okay, so our next one is going to be our alternating reverse lunges with an overhead tricep extension, yeah? So we're going to alternate. We're going this side and going the other side, yeah? So we're going to alternate gonna have the kettlebell here. Okay, so we lunge back, we extend it up. We lunge back, we extend it up. Yeah. Now you want to hold the kettlebell like so. See? Yeah, into the sides. You get a better grip that way. Okay, let's go. Okay, so remember, we lunge and then we extend the arms up. Keep your elbows nice and high, so pointing up into the ceiling. Yeah, so you're gonna lunge here, reverse lunge, hold it, kettlebell, forward extension, use here. Keep your core nice and engaged. Keep a neutral spine. My God, I'm sweating backwards, people. Let's do 2 more. Okay. Okay, so that's that one. Remember, keep your elbows nice and high. Try and keep your elbows nice and close into your head, but mainly keep your elbows high, yeah? So you don't want to be coming here. You want to make sure you're here, nice and high. Okay, so we're going to go into another swing, yeah? High swing, kettlebell swing. So we're going to go into the high one again. Whew. Okay, so we're going to go into using 2 kettlebells again, yeah? Remember what we talked about? So you get a good grip on your kettlebells, yeah? So it's nice and secure. Make sure you keep your wrist locked so you're not doing that as you swing your kettlebell. Okay, don't want to injure your wrist. I've got weak wrists, not weak, I've got tiny wrists, so I've worked a lot on strengthening them. The last thing I want to do is injure them, yeah? So keep it nice and locked. Okay, so here we're gonna go. Okay, power through your hips. Let's do it. Okay. Okay, so that's that one. I'm going to rest for a bit before we go into the next one. Make sure you're staying hydrated, people. Okay, so okay, thanks for joining in, Tracy. Person that I normally train on and off, client of mine, and then Sam. Oh, Sam, welcome. So Sam is a personal trainer as well. I used to work with him in one of the gyms in London, and then before he left. So yeah, okay, people, welcome. So now we're gonna go into a next movement, and this one is gonna be a jump, little mini jump squat into an upright row. Yeah, so with the upright row, we want to make sure our elbows are going higher than our shoulders. Yeah, so about here into your ear height here. So up. Okay, so all right, Okay, so this is the next one that we're going to do. Back here, we're also going to do a little jump squat. So what I mean by that is we sit into that squat, yeah, we jump, we go down. When we're coming up, we roll. Easy. Okay, let's go. Let's try and do 15 reps here. Okay, let's go. Jump, roll. Let's do 10 more. Let's do 5 more. 4, 3. Let's do 2 more. 1 more. Okay, so here we're targeting the shoulders for your upright row. Yeah, loading. Oh my God. Okay, so just gonna take a little break. Break. Oh my God, I'm gonna be saying the words break. Okay, so I'm just going to take a little break and then we're going to go into our next movement, which is going to be a low kettlebell swing, yeah? So we've done 2 high swings and we've done 1 low swing, and now we're going to do another low swing. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to use 1 kettlebell for the low swing, yeah? So this one's going to burn more for my shoulders, especially because I'm just going to come from doing my upright row, yeah? It's going to burn through the legs as well. So if you notice a pattern here is I like movements that are more of a compound movement, yeah? So working more than one muscle. It's better for, especially when you're trying to lose weight or lose body fat, yeah? Try not to isolate those movements. I tend to isolate more. If you know me, you will know that I like working legs and glutes. So I tend to isolate more when I'm doing my glutes. It's such a big muscle, so I'll do isolated movements for the glutes. But when I'm just working out like now, trying to lose body fat, I am trying to lose body fat. I'm sure there's a lot of you out there that are trying to lose weight and body fat, then want to use a lot of compound movements, so that way we're working more than one muscle at a time. Okay, so we're gonna go into our low row, yeah? So core nice and engaged, neutral spine, sit into that squat, and now we're gonna go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 5 more. 2, 3, 4. 1 more. Nice. Okay. Okay, so that's a low kettlebell swing, yeah? Okay, so now we're gonna go to our next one. Yeah, just a little breather. Our next one is gonna be a curtsy lunge with a chest press. So we're going to hold the kettlebell at a mid chest, yeah? We're going to do a chest press, working through the chest. We'll make sure when we're extending that weight forward, we're really targeting the chest here, yeah? Mind to muscle connection, people. Do it slowly. Make sure you actually feel the muscles that you're working actually being feeling the burn, or targeting those muscles correctly, yeah? Okay, so oh God. Okay. I tend to say okay a lot, especially when I'm training myself. Alright, so we're gonna go into the curtsy lunge. Okay, so for the curtsy lunge, you don't want to step directly back. So we did a reverse lunge where we're just directly back, stepping into that lunge. Now we're going to go at an angle, yeah? So rather than step directly back, we're going to go into an angle here, okay? And then back here. I'm going to go into an angle like so, okay? So directly back, we'll be there, okay? We're taking an angle to do the curtsy lunge, we're there. All right, so that's what we're going to do. And then the same point, when we do that curtsy lunge, we're then going to extend. You can do this extension from here. So you go here, you bring it here, and then you go into that curtsy lunge. Or you can do the chest from here. So we're going to try and do, you can do both, or I might just do the chest press from the bottom, so when I hold that curtsy lunge. So by holding that, by doing it from the bottom, obviously you're having to hold that curtsy lunge, so it means you're going to feel the burn through your legs a lot more, yeah? Okay, so whatever is going to work for you. Remember, the most important thing is to push yourself here. Whatever level you're at, we all at different levels, just push yourself. All right, let's do this. All right, let's go. Keep it at mid-chest, yeah? So we're going to alternate. Okay. Here. Here. Remember, you can do it from the top as well, yeah? So if you're doing from the top, you'd come here, you'll do that before you go into that lunge, yeah? Let's do 2 more. Let's do 1 more. Okay. Okay. Quick rest. And there we go. 1 more movement. And it's not the swing. So we're going to just do, for the next movement, we're going to target the glutes and the hamstrings, yeah? So we're going to do a split stance deadlift, yeah? Straight leg deadlift. Okay, so we're going to take that split stance. Okay, so what I mean by split stance is, so say I was facing this way, all right? I would then step back with one leg, so about so, not too far back. Then from here, when I go, I'm going to keep my foot, my back foot on my toes, yeah? But when I'm going down here to bring the chest parallel to the floor, as I'm holding that weight, I'm going to keep the weight onto my supporting leg. So my main leg, where my foot is nice and flat, that's what I'm going to keep the weight into. So I'm going to keep it here. So when I'm going down here, core is engaged. I'm extending my hips back here, and then I'm bringing it. Guys, this is one of my favorite movements for targeting the glutes and the hamstrings. You're going to feel the stretch through the hamstrings. That's what we want. We want to make sure we extend those hips back before we come up to the top here. Squeezing your glutes at the top. You're going to feel it through this one. Okay, let's try and do 10 on each side. Let's do it. I'm going to try and use both kettlebells, yeah? So, let's do it. Okay, so stood here. Now we're going to take that split stance and we're going to go onto our toes, yeah? With our reverse leg. Okay, for here or our back leg. Okay, now we're going to keep the weight into our front leg, front foot. Okay, let's do it now. Push down, extend those hips back, bring it up. Squeeze your glutes as you're coming up. Bring it up. 8, 9. Let's do one more. 10. Whoa. You feel the hamstrings, people. Okay, so we're gonna do another 10 on the other side. I'll just have a quick wipe with sweat pouring down my face. Okay. Same thing on the other side, yeah? So we're gonna split that stance again by stepping back with one leg, okay? Keeping your foot onto your toes. Okay, we're gonna break from here, extending backwards, core engaged, pushing back, feel that stretch before you come up, squeezing your glutes as you come up. Okay, so we're gonna go now. Let's go. Nice. Wow. Okay. Oh my God. Felt that one. Okay, so we've done 10 movements, yeah? So we're just going to finish off with a bit of stretching and then we're done with today's session. So remember, people, I come with these sessions every Monday, yeah, at 1:15. But in case something happened and I had to switch it, I'll switch it to another day, possibly a Tuesday, but I'll maintain the same time, which is 1:15. But I would let you know in advance. Otherwise, it's Monday, 1:15. Okay, so we're just going to finish off with some stretching here, and then we're done with today's session. Okay, so let's go into the stretches. Just move my kettlebells out of the way from my mat, and then we'll go into the stretches. Okay, so we're gonna start by just sitting down here. So I want to make sure we bring one heel into close into our glutes, yeah, and keep that knee, foot nice and flat, your knee up, yeah. So from there, we're going to rotate into this side by placing one of our arms down onto the floor, yeah? Keep your arm nice and straight through that arm. Okay, so just rotate into it slightly and just hold. Okay, keep holding. Let's just do a few more seconds here. Okay, now we're going to do the same with the other side. So again, just go here, go here. Now you can see what my arm is doing on this side. So like I said, I'm just placing my arm to the floor and just rotating it. Just going to hold that stretch. Few more seconds here. Nice. Okay, so now we're just going to sit back into our heels. So go onto our knees. Then from there, we're going to sit back into our heels. Then from there, we're just going to walk our arms forward, extend our arms fully. So stretching through the back, pushing our hips back. So we sit into it and just extend. Make sure your neck is not tense. You just relax through your neck. Just gonna hold it here. Okay, we're gonna now bring it into a downward dog. I'm gonna go here. Okay, we're just gonna go sit out nice and wide here. Yeah, so push your knees out into the side, feel the stretch from there, and then from here just gonna extend your arms forward and lie into it. Yeah, push your hips down, so knees pushed out into the sides. Make sure you're pushing your hips down as you're doing this stretch. You're fully extending your arms forward. Your neck muscles are nice and relaxed. You can even rest your head down, so your forehead into the floor. Just gonna hold it here for a bit as well. Pushing your hips down, knees out into the sides. Not everyone able to do this one, but just give it your go. Yeah, give it a go. Sorry, give it your best. Okay, so all right, so next I'm just gonna stretch my quads. So I work my quads quite a bit today, so I'm just gonna work on stretching my quads. So go down onto your knees, bring one knee off the floor, keep your foot nice and flat, and then for this side, for the first thing that you're gonna do, is you're gonna push forward, yeah, through that front knee, and then you're gonna bring your knee, your heel, this other heel, into your glutes, and you're gonna hold it. Make sure you've got a nice cushion under your knee, yeah, when you're doing this, because you want to make sure you're protecting your knee, because otherwise you will feel the pain through your knee when it's not properly cushioned. So just bring that heel into your glutes. Feel that stretch through the front of your back leg, yeah, through the front of your thigh. Okay, we're just gonna do the same with the other side. So this time I'm gonna face forward, so I'm just gonna push forward here, and I'm gonna bring that heel into my glute, and I'm just gonna hold it here. Okay, like I said, sometimes I tend to go over with the time. Last time I did it, last week, it's pretty much close to the 30 minutes. That's because it was so hot as well, so I couldn't wait to get to the end of the session. But today we've gone, yeah, we're now at 2 o'clock, so we're finishing. This is the last bit, yeah. Okay, thanks for joining in, people, and if you're going to watch it later, then thanks for that as well, people. If you've not done this with me right now, then please give it a go later. Let me know how you get on. I'm going to repost it on my main feed, so on my Instagram, and yeah, it's also in IGTV. So just yeah, watch it, have a go, let me know how you get on. Remember, I was just using 2 6 kg kettlebells, yeah, so you don't have to go too heavy. If you can go heavier, then by all means do that. All right, people, thanks for joining in, and I'll see you next week at 1:15 on Monday. Thanks, people. Bye.